Okay, here I am at Blackdyke again. First time for about 6-7 weeks. 4 weeks ago I was fishing in 31 degrees in Costa Rica. Please check out those videos on my channel. They were pretty awesome. Well, I say they, I don't know about the videos being awesome, but the fish I was catching certainly were. Rooster fish up to 50 pounds in weight out of a kayak. But yeah, slightly chilly today. 6 degrees is what it was showing. Got my rod set up. I'll go through the setups in a minute, what I'm doing. I'm going to get out in the boat. I'll chase a bit of that ripple, I think. Although a few fish have been moving just here. So I think to start with I might go out, turn myself around and cast back towards this buoy. Okay, what to start with? I'm going to fish this Witchwood Ghost line, which is an intermediate. I think the sink rate is 1.5 inches a second, and I've got a cruncher as a dropper, and I've got a little black lure down there, a little red flash on it. I'm going to start with that, and then I will move on to my floating line, set up as a hang on, just want to see how far I'm going to drift with this. Don't want to be in that guy's water. Right, first time fly fishing for a good 5 or 6 weeks. Looking forward to this. In fact, maybe longer than that, maybe a couple of months. The rod that I'm using is a Graze GR60. This one's an 8 weight, my other one's a 7 weight with my floating line. The floating line is Rio Gold, very nice line, really like it. I've got, I'd say my leaders, this one's a little bit shorter, this one's probably about 10 to 12 feet. It's just got the one dropper on it and a lure on the point. This other one on my floating line is about 14 feet, 2 droppers. I think I've got a dial back on one, cruncher on the other as my droppers at the moment. I'll try all sorts throughout the day, obviously. And on point on my floating line, I've got a Daddy Longlegs, a black one, and it's got a little blob of foam on it as well, so it's going to float. So I'm going to form a washing line with that. Can try different rates of retrieve, obviously. Just a bit of figure 8 here. Hardly a breath of wind, which for here is quite unusual. I tend to find most of my trips here the wind is howling because it's very, very flat around here. Very flat area of the country. That's why you've got the 2 air bases, Lakenheath and Mildenhall, so close by. Ooh, oh, trout followed it all the way then. Don't know if that was sharp on camera, but there was a trout following that all the way to the boat then. Okay, I've gone to a floating line now, and I've got a washing line set up, cruncher, a dial back, and on the point a Daddy Longlegs. Now, obviously you can see my line has got a lot of memory in it, but it's the first time it's come off the reel in 6 or 8 weeks. Usually drops that pretty quick on this particular line. literally I cast out, turned the camera off, and as the camera switched off, a fish took my point fly, which was sitting totally on top. Daddy longlegs, black one, just sitting there. Just saw him come up and take it. It took me by surprise a little bit. It's almost like, I think, a better strike. Oh, it's beautiful and clear. Ooh, he's woken up now. Quite often sort of, I won't go as far as say chocolatey brown, but quite brown the water here, but at the moment, really quite clear. Looked like he was hooked literally right on the nose. So, I don't know how good a hook hold it is. I suppose we'll find out. There's a similar sized fish that was following my my lure earlier. Small, but he's certainly got a bit of go to him. Oops, there we go. And he is coming home with me. Got 3 fish catch and release after ticket. Pretty little fish, and look at that. Flies come straight out, so just want to get tension on that. Now there are some fish moving over there. I've seen 2 or 3 in the surface, just about in range, so just flicked over there. See if we can provoke a response. Yeah, we can, just like that. That's funny, I saw a couple of fish moving. Thought I'll just flick out towards it. And that's on, looks like, either the dialback or cruncher that's taken on. One of my droppers, basically. Looks a slightly better fish. Didn't even feel the take on that one. I just started to retrieve and it was just the line straightened as I was retrieving. My net's hand, shouldn't I? Lots of things you can catch a net on. And that was, took it only just under the surface, so they're obviously, well, I say obviously, it would appear they're fairly high in the water. It's working up a bit now. Come on. Up you come. I think I've got him beat now. Yep. we go. Pretty fish. Again, he's coming home with me, that one. Okay, so that was the fly responsible for that one. Okay, so we will get back to it and try for number 3. Okay, so new battery in. Again, fantastic day, really cold, but having a lot of fun. So, see what else we can catch. Well, one myth I've dispelled today is bananas don't bring bad luck on boats, because I've got a banana in there. I just think some people have passed out now. Banana on a boat? Shouldn't be allowed. Well, guess what? I'm hungry. When I left the house this morning, I was in a bit of a rush. Had no time to make sandwiches or anything. Grabbed a couple of packs of crisps and a banana, and that's me. I'm not what you'd call a superstitious person. I'm sure there are those that are very, but I fail to see how a banana can affect your catch rate. There's some boats that I've been on in America fishing. If you took a banana on the boat, I think they'd throw you overboard. I've now got an olive green floating point fly, sort of like a daddy long legs, like the black version of what I showed you earlier. I need to learn my flies, don't I? So it's forming a washing line that's sitting up on top. I've got a wiggly worm and a dialback as my 2 droppers. Yep, there we go, fishing it static, and it came straight up and took it. That's 2 I've had on dries now. Maybe that is the way to go. That's nice. Something sort of quite satisfying about catching on a dry fly, seeing it come up and take it. Taking me for a little trip around the lake. Whoa! He's an acrobat. Not sure he's totally done yet, but we'll soon find out. And there he goes. So that's number 3. Okay. They're getting bigger. About £1.5, £1.75. Just came up and sipped it down. Very satisfying way to catch a fish. Okay, so that's the fly that did the damage right there. Hopefully you can see that. It's like a daddy long legs. It's got the long legs for sure. A little foam head. Tends to sit just under the surface if you don't put any gink or anything on it, which I'm not at the moment. I'm just letting it sort of sit on and near the surface. Fishy moved over there. Let's have a go for that. I do like having something to aim at. See the fish moving. I was going to say it's surprising, but if you see a fish move and cast anywhere near it, it is, I'd say 50% of the time you end up catching it. There's one near it, there's another one over there, just a little bit out of range. They're always out of range, just on the absolute limit of your cast. Yep. Right, that's the first one that's actually taken like that. I was really surprised that I hadn't had any others doing that. Well, remember, Simon, this one's going back. It's going to be the biggest one of the lot, isn't it? Typical. Ooh, yeah, got some bait. Got to be careful not to take that top fly into the top of the rod. Quite a nice fish. I'll bully him a little bit because I don't want to knacker him if he's going back. Strong fish. Looks in pretty good nick to me. Oopsie daisy, trying to go under the boat. Come on. You will come up just briefly. You'll be away very quickly. Right, there we go. Okay. Come, buddy. Play the game and I'll get you out of here really quick. Right, the scissors. Fly out. There we have him. Pretty little fish. And away.